Hi, this is Jonathan Rosenhead, the Jerusalem psychotherapist. This week's Torah and Psychology post for Parashat Vayigash is titled Step by Step. And this is going to continue a theme that we've been discussing over the past few weeks of goal setting, goal achievement, and we're going to focus on a practical tool for being able to achieve our goals. In the first pasuk of this week's parasha, it says, Vayigash elav Yehuda. That Yehuda drew close to Yosef to pray to him that he should release his brother Binyamin and take him instead in his place. And the Sefer HaRokech points out on this word Vayigash that there's three occurrences of the word Vayigash in relation to drawing close in the prayer. The first one is with Avraham when he draws close to daven to Kadosh Baruch Hu to save Sodom. The second is this week's parasha, and the third is when Eliyahu draws close to HaKadosh Baruch Hu. It says he comes close to daven to Kadosh Baruch Hu on Har HaKarmel to show as a test that the Nevi'im of the Baal, of the false god of Baal, was wrong, and they are wrong to believe in Baal, and rather they should have faith only in the Kadosh Baruch Hu. And these three cases, these three drawing close, Vayigash, is in a sense showing a context of prayer, of davening, and that's why the Sefer HaRokech says that we take 3 steps forward when we are davening the tefillah of Shemona Esrei. I'd like to discuss this further because the 3 steps forward and the drawing close in all these 3 contexts is not just to draw close to somebody in a sense of formulating a prayer, but also connecting with the emotion. All 3 of these cases, these situations, are loaded with tension and suspense and emotion. So it's also drawing close and connecting with the emotions of the situation. It's drawing close to ourselves as well, the emotions that we are feeling. When we draw close to HaKadosh Baruch Hu, when we take these 3 steps to formulate our tefillah, we are also drawing closer to ourselves. Because obviously tefillah is a means of being able to daven to HaKadosh Baruch Hu, and to achieve, it's the birthplace of our goals, and we have full emunah in HaKadosh Baruch Hu that He will help us to achieve our goals. But we also need to put in our own hishtadlus. We also need to take 3 steps forward. We need to take those steps ourselves to draw close to HaKadosh Baruch Hu, but also to draw close to ourselves, to connect with our emotions, to connect with what we are struggling with. And with this, we're able to, by engaging with our emotions and drawing close to ourselves, it makes our tefillah to HaKadosh Baruch Hu all the more effective. And this is what is reflected in these 3 steps that the Sefer HaRokech is saying in Shemona Esrei. It's this preparatory stage, this process that we need to go through in order to achieve our goals. And it's reflected in the research that we've said in previous weeks, that you need to have a plan. You need to set goals, perhaps break up goals into gradual stages, a gradual process that we go through step by step in order to draw close to our goal, draw close to HaKadosh Baruch Hu to help us to achieve our goals, but also to draw closer to ourselves, to engage with ourselves, with our skills, our abilities, our strengths and our weaknesses, and it's an emotional connection with ourselves in order to formulate our goals and formulate our tefillah. But it can be difficult to take these 3 steps. Sometimes we want to see immediate results. We want to get to that final stage straight away, to just jump these 3 from where we are standing to the next stage. It's very difficult sometimes to take one step after another, to go step by step through a gradual process. But that is what is necessary in order to achieve our goal, to achieve our goals. And that's the importance of these 3 steps in the formulation of the tefillah of Shemona Esrei. So how do we take these 3 steps? How do we build this muscle to be patient, to go step by step? So in therapy, what we will do is we will ask the client about their current situation, how they're feeling at the moment, how they look at their current situation in terms of achieving their goals, how close they are, how far they are from it, and we will ask them to grade it from 0 to 10. For one person, they might say 7, and that's not good enough and they want to be 10. For another person, they might say 4, but it doesn't really matter. It's completely subjective where a person grades themselves. What is important is how the person will go on to the next step, to go step by step. If someone says 4, how will they move on to 5? We're not necessarily interested in how they will get to 10, but how will they take the next step? What needs to happen? What needs to change? What do they need to see? What do they need to do? What do they need to feel? What needs to happen in order to go from 4 to 5, to take that next step? And by breaking it down in a graded system, it gives the person the ability to look at their situation in a step-by-step dynamic, and it gives them this feeling, this sense of control, and is able to formulate a realistic plan and a picture of how to take that next step, to go from 4 to 5. And then they will go step by step to achieving their goals, with the help, of course, of HaKadosh Baruch Hu. Have a great Shabbos and keep well.